What am I fighting? Is it Pantheon mid? It's Pantheon mid. Alright. I mean, that big health. The Healy Feelies. He's gonna come to me, so I gotta forego the move speed, so we get the extra crunch. Bro, this the Lion King remix has 17 million views because, like, of course it does. Alright, let's go fight Pantheon. Hooray! Gulp. No Ignite, though. So I can't stop him. It's gotta be Graves and I stack there to do anything. Oh boy. Hey, every little bit helps.
In darkness, I am truly alive. This is my room.
Right, I'm a learning computer, a neural net processor. Let's go.
The skies will rain red.
Fuck. Another Graves player to fuck everything up. Dude, all you gotta do is just go about your business. Why you gotta play it like that?
So much blood waiting for purpose.
Nice. The turnaround. The turnaround. Graves has ult. Hell yeah. Let's carry this. No big deal. Dude, what a buyback.
Before Vlad. So much blood waiting for purpose.
Hell yeah, let's carry this.
Which vessel shall I empty next?
selling a ring. Getting big. Gonna be the big boy. Oh, oh. 1,000 gold, yes, please. Maokai players, Christ.
The skies will rain red.
Give me those cinders. Right, Frozen Heart.
Your turret has been destroyed.
For mid one side, please. Bertie, please.
Time to go.
This is my
Cue the Vlad laugh. Whew, that's stat wadding. I gotta give it to dude a Graves player that I'm honoring. What? But he did it. He did the thing, and he did it right. And he did it. Bravo. Double spam. Let's go. Heck yeah. Alright. Let's go to the winning formula. Like 5 minutes of YouTube video and then back to game. The loading screen music. Oh, the Vaporwave is always like loading screen music. And I kind of love it. I cannot deny. This guy's doing Skyrim bosses. I'd like to relive the Skyrim bosses. Let's go.
It is done. I have ventured throughout the far reaches of the Reach to the frozen lands of Winterhold.
The
With each
Welsh
region I
wizard,
journeyed
okay.
to, I've endured legendary battles and slain epic foes. Though my journeys were perilous, I gained more than the strength to beat my foes. Now I have the knowledge of these enemies to pass along to you, my dear fellow wizards. Now please sit back, conjure some sweet rolls and cheese, and join me for Skyrim's top 16 most powerful bosses ranked. Before we begin, please comment down below which bosses you believe
Part 3.
made the top
I think
5.
one of the toughest
All your
bosses
divination
was...
spells are up to snuff. Thank you to all.
Well,
who
there was a
cast their
rando
votes
I
for
ran
this
into. What
ranking.
was it?
Now, without further ado, sit back and relax, and let's get into it. Number 16, Hevnarak. Before his undeath, Hevnorak was a powerful dragon priest who built an army of enthralled followers using magic to control their minds. His cruelty was well regarded, and he wielded that reputation to keep his followers in line. Even now, in death, they serve him by guarding the catacombs of his tomb, Valthum. Hevnorak
I think I remember this.
obsessively
This is one of
planned
the
his
dragon
resurrection.
priests.
He went so far as to drain his blood and put it inside 3 vessels kept within his tomb. He planned to transfer the power within his blood back into him, granting him immense magical strength. However, like most evil plots, there is a hero, and his name is Valdar. The
Gotta make those
crazy Nord
elixirs.
warrior locked himself inside Valthum, binding him to Hevnorak in the hopes of preventing his reawakening.
Oh, you're gonna come back alive? I'm gonna come back alive and I'm gonna kill you again. What about that? What? That's some good lore right there.
Talk about badass. Hevnorak can be encountered during the Evil in Waiting quest, and once you're inside his tomb, you'll encounter the ghost of Valdar. He will task you with finding 3 vessels required to face Hevnorak. But do be careful, for each vessel is guarded by traps and dangerous foes. But your wizard made light work of them, and with the vessels in hand, it's time to face Hevnorak.
Potion
So pour up
time.
their contents, sit your ass down on the throne, and let Valdar do his thing. Hevnorak casts powerful lightning spells and summons Storm Atronax. In addition to that, he has a lightning cloak and casts ebony flesh, mitigating physical damage. And make sure to avoid his wall of storms, which he likes to spam on the ground too. But to make light work of this lich, a bow will come in handy, and with a few well-placed shots, he will quickly turn to ash. Upon defeat, don't forget to loot his mask along with his staff. Before we continue on with our ranking, there's a good chance if you're watching this video that you relish a good boss fight. And if you're like me, then top-notch graphics and deep tactical gameplay are much appreciated too. If that sounds a bit
time
like
for
you,
Raid Shadow
then Raid
Legends.
Shadow Legends, the free-to-play mobile RPG. Malin Varen.
You know it's coming.
A
You can
tragic
feel
tale.
it.
Malin Varen is a Dunmer mage and a former professor from the College of Winterhold, a researcher of soul gems and the properties of soul magic. His research particularly focused on Azura's Star, a powerful Daedric artifact. But little did anyone know that his research had a secret agenda. For you see, Malin was dying from an illness and sought immortality through sealing his soul within Azura's Star. Though the one major problem was that Malin's soul was black, and Azura's Star could only accept white souls. Frustrated but
Oh, is this where you get the corrupted Azura's Star? Okay.
And Azura cursed him for his transgressions against her artifact. He began seeing things, shouting at his students for things they hadn't done. This culminated in him killing a student and using her soul for his dark research. For his actions, he was fired from his position as a professor and kicked out of the college. He retreated to the ruins of Ilanalta's Deep, with students who remained loyal to him, while he was free to continue his work. And sooner or later, Malin was successful, modifying Azura's star and sealing his soul within. However, it was not without great cost, as the artifact was damaged, now requiring a constant
Broke off the little
supply of black
bits.
souls to
Get
keep
the
it from
get
cracking
the
and
sacred
thus
duct
keeping
tape, you
alive,
guys.
something his loyal followers are all too happy to supply. Malin Varen can be encountered at the end of the Black Star questline. After battling through Ilanalta's deluge, you can find his corpse resting upon his throne. Next to him, his grimoire and the now damaged Azura's star. Upon collecting the artifact, you have to make an important decision. Either take the artifact to Azura herself and repair it, or bring it to Nelekar and turn the Daedric artifact into the Black Star. Whichever choice you make, however, will require you to trap your own soul, to purge the star of Malin's existence in order to repair it. But once inside this beauty, Malin will be waiting for you.
Oh
eager
shit,
to
that's
devour
right. I
the new
remember this
soul
part. Yeah,
that's
this was
entered
really
your
cool.
domain. But he will quickly realize that something's up, and like the coward he is, will run away. In his flight, he will send Jamora to take you out, and their stats will vary depending on your level. And these guys
I like
are
the way he
never
says
walking
I always said
far, and the
Draymore.
star's interior
Oh, he's talking about
offers
somebody
little to no
named
hiding
Dramora.
spaces,
I was
making
like, is that how you
stealth
say it?
skills less than ideal for once in Skyrim. That said, it's impossible to fall off any ledges, so that's one less thing to worry about. And don't forget to take their hearts once you've slain them, as they're very rare. As you'd expect from a former college professor.
Oh, dude, that's right. It
knows
was
a
like the
thing or
best
two
source
about
of Daedra
spells,
Heart.
and oak flesh, stone flesh, chain lightning, lightning bolt, and ice spike, including some restoration spells, are his go-to. So any wizard planning on battling him should be sure to boost their magic resistance, as there are many mages during this boss fight. But despite all the flash, Malin's got no substance, and you can turn his Jamora against him with a frenzy spell. On his lifeless corpse, you can find some basic apparel, an iron dagger, and a destruction staff. So well worth the trip. No, but it actually is, because when you get pulled from the star, you will receive your reward. And FYI, the Black Star is miles better. For a full explanation, be sure
I
to
remember
check
that.
out
The
my
Black Star
ranking
is
on
super
the top
strong.
10 Daedric artifacts.
It's like an infinite soul gem.
Number 14, Reaper. Little is known about this mysterious and shadowy figure. The Reaper is a spectral warrior that looks like an executioner with glowing eyes and a transparent body. Its visage is sure to send any unprepared wizard running for the hills. But we wizards don't back down without a fight, and to face the Reaper and your fears, you must find a set of 3 Reaper gem fragments scattered in chests around the Soul Cairn. And once placed at the altar within the Reaper's lair, the Reaper, as well as several bone men, will be summoned to attack you. The Reaper himself uses an iron battle axe, as well as a
I don't know if I
spitting
remember
attack,
this one.
which is peculiarly very similar to the vomit attack that the Afflicted uses. So could it be that perhaps the Reaper was a Daedric minion to Periite, who was bound to the Ideal Masters? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. So if you're familiar with the Afflicted, be sure to avoid that spitting attack, and take the bone men down first before facing the Reaper. But despite its creepy appearance, it's sure to be a quick fight, and upon death, 3 black soul gems and a Daedric heart may be looted from its remains, further hinting at a potentially dark Daedric origin. The following 3 entries are bound together in more than just difficulty and memorability, but also in brotherhood. The Galderson brothers, Mikril, Sigdis, and Jurek, conspired against and murdered their father, Galder, taking his amulet, the source of his power, for themselves.
I remember
With this
Galder's
power,
amulet.
They
I remember
raided
that one.
and laid waste to the nearby villages, until a powerful archmage named Gaiamund slew them and entombed them, hoping to put their terror to an end. Number 13, Mikril Galderson. The youngest of the 3 brothers, Mikril was defeated and entombed within Fort Gunther, a Nordic ruin in Hjalmarch, southeast of Solitude. When you approach Mikril's tomb, he will burst out of his coffin.
Boom.
Followed by 4
Intro.
Draugr,
What up?
apparently no
I do
weapons,
love how
capable
they just
attacks using
pop the
spells,
top off.
Frostcloak
Like,
and
hey,
Frostbite,
what's up?
as well as the Galder Blackblade.
Yeah, you're in
a
my
leveled
tomb?
one-handed sword
I
with an
don't-
absorb health
I don't know if you
enchantment.
don't
When the
know.
battle begins, focus your attention on Mikral, as his Draugr minions will only do minor damage. From there, combative healing spells like Stendar's Aura will be effective against him, as he's undead. Mikral's level also scales to match your own, so be prepared with health and frost resistance potions. Once you've slain Mikral and his Draugr minions, be sure to loot his body for the Golder Blackblade, the sealing writ that is important to his and his brother's quest, and most importantly, his powerful amulet, which increases your health by a hefty 30 points.
Yeah, I
Afterwards,
remember that
put
one.
the ivory
It was a
coat
good
used
early
on the
item.
wall to give you access to a level chest and the word wall for the Frost Breath shout. Number 12.
Let's do a
Jurek
Frost
Balthazar.
playthrough. If I ever go back to
The
Skyrim, I'll do
oldest of the three
Frost.
brothers, Jurek was
I did
chased to
Lightning,
Sarthal
I did
by
Wind
Archmage
Warrior,
Diamond,
where I
sealed
dashed and had
away
heavy
within
armor.
in
So it would, like,
retaliation
zip
for
onto
the
them and
havoc
just be like a
wreaked
big
upon
tank.
the nearby settlements. And
Should do
Sarthal
Frost.
can only be accessed as part of the College of Winterhold questline, but you should already know that since you're a wizard. Your professor, Tolfdir, will take you on a field trip where you will both become separated from the rest of your class. After moving through the dungeon together, you will enter a room with a large glowing orb flowing at the center. This orb is the Eye of Magnus, a powerful relic important to the College of Winterhold quest.
I remember the College of Winterhold quest being a little meh. I think it just doesn't end very strong. Yeah, I think that's what it was. It just didn't end very strong, but it was a decent quest. Not terrible, just like it feels like it's building up to more than it actually like ends with. Alright, well then back to videos.
Right, but as you approach, Jurek Balthazar will rise from his throne and attack you, and Tolfdir will try to lend you aid by attacking the Draugr before realizing that the Eye of Magnus is making Jurek invulnerable. Tolfdir then tasks you with keeping the undead foe busy whilst he drains the eye. But this only takes a couple of seconds to transpire, so it's wise to avoid combat rather than wasting your precious resources. As the eye is drained of its power, Jurek becomes vulnerable once more. However, be wary, as he is not defenseless. Jurek has one unique defense up his sleeve, a rotating shield that varies between 3 different elements. The best strategy.
Oh yeah, I
is to
remember
attack
like
him
sometimes
with
it's like I
magic
could never
or
win this
charged
fight,
weapon,
and then suddenly his
or
shield shifts and you're like,
respond
oh, I
to
got
his
this.
weakness, because he will be immune to any attack that matches his shield. So be sure to keep an eye out on the color of his shields and attack accordingly. Once Jurek has fallen, his corpse can be looted for his shard of the amulet, granting 30 points of magicka, as well as his writ of sealing.
Yeah, I
In the
thought
room
30 was
also
low.
is the
I think it's like
staff of
150
Jurek
when you
Balthazar,
put them all
and
together,
through the
right?
western door you can find a level chest and a word wall for the ice form shout. Number 11. Sigdis Balthazar. Last of the 3 brothers to die, Sigdis managed to slay the Archmage who killed his brothers after their savaging of the surrounding villages. He was entombed within Gaiaman's Hall, named after the Archmage who slew his brothers. As you enter the room where Sigdis lies,
You guys want to read the news with me? Let's read the news. Let's see. Snow-covered trees in Japan. Damn. You guys heard about the shark? Or no, the stingray like is pregnant, and there's no male stingrays in the tank, but there's male sharks. So they think this stingray is gonna have a shark stingray hybrid baby, and that's probably how the world ends. Should set the record straight. There aren't some shark ray shenanigans happening here. Oh, they would be in different sizes. They wouldn't match up, and they wouldn't know their DNA. So round stingrays like shark are abundant in the Pacific coast. They're wild. They typically small dinner plate size, circular shape, worms, crabs, mollusks for food. Preyed upon by sharks. Shuffles their way through the water in part because around. What is the theory? I'm glad those stingray media attention as it deserves. Not necessarily sexy as a white shark, but they do a lot of neat stuff. What the fuck? This person's at the aquarium too much. They're well known to humans for their painful sting. Dude, what is the theory, though? How is this thing pregnant? A rare phenomenon that can occur in some insects, fish, amphibians, birds, and reptiles, but not mammals. Oh, okay. So unfertilized eggs have just fertilized without the male. I think I've heard of this, and they come out a little different. Like they usually can't reproduce, or they're like really androgynous. They lack defining traits. That's interesting. It's funny because they got me with the hype. They're like, oh yeah, it's probably like the shark stingray is gonna be a thing. I was like, that doesn't sound right, but I'm sure this blog post is just trying to get me to look, you know. But I had to know, you know, I needed to know. Oh, hitchhiking maggots in a plane? Gross. Cousins disappearing in Canada as the size of family shrinks in a new studies. Average Canadian 15-year-old girl specifically have 3.6 living cousins, down from 15.3 in 1950. Researchers fear that kids will miss out on important developmental stages without those relatives. True, my cousins were very special to me growing up. They're kind of someone you can check in with their lives for frame of reference. You get to know them very intimately. I didn't have any siblings, so having someone that's like a brother or a sister that you're mad at, but you're not mad at because they're family. You can't like disavow that, you know. It's just like, it's a learning curve for a little kid. We're like, all right, forgive, even though I'm mad, you know. Like learning fart sounds during funerals. Exactly. The future will suffer. Somebody's paid 7 figures for tattooed skin off an Austrian performance artist's back. The collector, if we're going to call it that, will have the photos until the artist dies, when he'll acquire the actual skin. What? It's not from like a historical dude who was made into like a hide for some barbaric, you know, Nordic ritual. It's like a living dude, and he's like, yeah, I'll take that. When you die, give me that. And he's like, sure, here's some pics so you can think about me until the time comes. What? That was a way weirder sentence than I expected to be reading. Let's see. Photo of the week, dude. Now this is a dream house. What the heck? Dude, look at that house. What the fuck? It's like the Tony Stark house plus like a Victorian cottage added on. I feel like the ground could fall at you, but from any moment sometimes. But at this house, it literally is the problem. Yeah, Jesus, at Dana Point, dude. That's near where I'm from. No way. Well, one home looks like it was attacked by the Mandarin. Yeah, the one that was attacked at the Mandarin in Iron Man 3. Exactly. His house that gets rocketed. Anchored to the bedrock, though. None of the homes are in imminent danger. All the way up until... Alright. Well, I guess so. I would have, if I was planning, I'd go a few feet back, though. Alright, that's a good joke. Solid, liquid, gas. They all matter. Cue the laugh track, ladies and gentlemen. Some illuminating scientific discoveries from this week. Help you live better and maybe befriend a tiger? What? Would you eat meat? Rice. South Korean researchers are combining animal cells with rice grains to help combat food insecurity of climate change. The hybrid beef rice So the nutritional content of regular rice, thanks to the additional bovine and muscle and fat cells, they taste nuttier. Yeah, they do. Fucking insane. And are hardier than their conventional kind of. There's like no nutritional value in rice. Only like grained brown cracked sprouted rice has nutritional value, and it's not like a ton. It's like a few specific really good things, but it's not. I mean, it's just rice, you know. Adding 1 gram of brisket to your plate for every weight. There's only 7% more protein per 100 gram serving. The same as 1 gram of brisket to your plate. A gram of brisket for 100 grams of rice, but the meat rice can still supplement meals and food insecure areas. Yeah, it's still rice. I don't know why they would go why not fuse it with like kale or something so it has a ton of vitamins? Why not fuse it with like cauliflower? Growing cultured beef is also better for the environment than raising cattle. Some researchers say. I don't think we're there yet, and any fake meat I've ever eaten has made me vomit within an hour. I really tried to be on board with the fake meat. It just made me throw up. I tried it in every state I've been in. Every time I eat it, my body rejects that shit. I cannot do it. Google will track the methane emissions from space using AI computing in a partnership with nonprofit Environmental Defense Fund. Google will cross-reference satellite methane detection from oil and gas infrastructure to locate gas leaks, equipment leaks, and the greenhouse gas effect. That's probably very smart. I'm on board with that. They should do periodic checks instead of constant monitoring, to be honest. They overestimate. Google totally is out of touch with how much their electrical bill is. But yeah, if they just did periodic checks every weather shift, like once a day, like ping, just a quick scan of what's happened internally instead of a constant monitor, I'm sure that would be really good for the environment. Big cats can recognize voices that they've heard before. Infamously gentle reunion between Christian the lion and his former human owners feels little less unbelievable. Now that research says big cats can tell familiar voices apart. We'll get more on that in a minute because it's game time. But that's pretty cool. They got those big ears. They gotta do something. Do we win early? That's oh man, GP barrels. It's kind of spicy.
The skies will rain red.
30 seconds until
All right, we got the flash. I vote we get the heck out of here.
I shall leave this place in ruin.
minions have spawned.
Wow, he doesn't even have damage. That did so much. I can't even believe how much damage that did. What the fuck? Yo, that passive kind of incredibly broken though.
Leave this place in ruin.
I thought he was out of mana. Riot. What happened to resources? Why do resources not matter anymore? Dude, that's so broken. That's so broken. He never runs out of mana, even though he's out of mana. if he's just gonna hide, all I can do is take tower. The way Riot wants it. Right, get juked, scumbag.
Kneel before Vlad. The skies will rain red.
Alright, level 9, let's go. Almost, almost. Damn, man, I just played for that. Rip. Almost had a double. Almost.
There is a monster in all of us. No one can Which vessel shall I do next? I shall leave this place.
An ally has been slain.
First tower, Vlad, let's go. Let's carry this.
Waiting.
Repeat performance. Zargot straight fucking killed me there. He stole the thing I needed to heal from him.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
This is mine. No one commands me.
Free flash, I guess we'll take it.
I shall leave this place in ruin.
GP flush.
So much blood waiting for purpose. I am Lord and Master.
Whoa, she's tanky. What the fuck?
The skies will rain red.
I did like negative damage to her. It was empowered Q, right? I guess we can just farm out 500.
There is a monster in all of us. This is my realm.
And I'd really rather not face Alawi.
In darkness,
Nice. Might as well throw the wave.
vessel shall I empty next?
I have to go Abyssal here. They're all getting up in my business anyway. I'm gonna need the cooldown.
Kneel before Vlad. In darkness, I am truly alive. Which vessel shall I empty next? I shall leave this place in ruin. So much blood waits. Lord and Master.
Free win. Push down the drain to babies. Let's see. Big cats can identify the mothers or the humans that found the cats, and they respond faster, more accurate to voices that are voices they know, someone known to them. Domesticity didn't seem to have anything to do with it. Dude, tigers know you by voice. Let's go. Are driverless dreams going up in flames? Yeah, they're crashing everywhere. Who would have thought? I'm here near where this was taken, so it's like, yeah. In 19th century, the Luddites smashed up automatic looms, the machine breakers, to protest new technology. Last week in San Francisco, fair celebrations seemed to have the same idea, but with more firepower. A mob incinerated autonomous vehicles operated by Alphabet subsidiary Waymo after it rolled into a crowded intersection. Good! I mean, there's a difference between looms being a threat to your livelihood and automated giant machines plowing through crowds, right? Like, one situation, it's like, I gotta find a different job. The other, it's like, make way, a billionaire's, like, invention isn't really well thought out and it's gonna kill us all. What a shit comparison. I'm sorry, guys. After one person jumped on the hood and smashed the windshield, an I-Pace crossover. The others began breaking the windows and spray painting the body car. It eventually set ablaze with fireworks. I mean, dude, it's plowing through a crowd of people. These things are so dangerous. Like, I see them drive wrong all the time. Everyone, like, gets away from them. They're, like, pushing us out of the world so that they can take up space, dude. It's spooky. Yeah, look at causing traffic jams, blocking emergency exits, other vehicles clogged up. Dude, they're literally, like, just crashing into stuff. It's such an... Like, why haven't we sued them into oblivion? Hundreds of driverless taxis are zipping around the hills, annoy the residents, as much as the out-of-towners who call it Santa Fran. Filming more traffic jams, the mob's unknown. Mob's motivation is unknown? The fuck it is! The fuck it is unknown? Dude, it was trying to grind through the crowd and we're sick of this shit. The fucking unknown. Technology's not even close to ready. Get out of here. 30 years at least before you start testing in a town that consents to be tested on. Come on. The roadblocks have cast doubt on the near-term prospect future, with chauffeured AI was supposed to go mainstream. So, buckle in a wide range of states as the AV industry might have to stop an inspiring rage. Yeah. Industry is stuck in a rut. One major setback of the driverless cars in October when they operated by GM struck a woman thrown from its path. And another got hit by a human drive. Yeah. So instead of stopping immediately, the AV cruiser dragged the pedestrian it had run over for 20 feet as it tried to pull over to the side of the road, and the woman sustained. So, like, one lady, like, jumped out of the way of something, and then the car, instead of stopping, just ran her over and drove around with her, stuck to the car. Like, California federal officers investigating a company which has been in crisis ever since the investigation by an outside law firm Cruz hired. The incident replying multiple technical failures. Yeah, dude, it's such an impossible thing. Testing these in a lab is not even close to accurate. Like, you get dust, you get air with refractive particles. The sensors do not work continuously, dude. Like, they test these in a lab of perfect settings, and it's such a difference putting it on a road where there's magnetic fields and earthquakes and storms and static in the air, you know, and you're driving through other people's emissions. Like, it just doesn't work that way. It's ludicrous to think that we've let it get this far, to me. California's DMV has suspended Cruz's permits to test AVs on public roads. That's one of so many companies. It's so clear that, like, they're just blackmailing their way and bribing their way into, like, letting them do this. I'm for this technology working eventually, but we need to start by creating roads that are specially designed for them. Okay? And then restricting them to said roads, right, that have, like, ferromagnetic barriers so that, like, radiation doesn't make them blip out and not read stuff. Like, there's so many fields you drive through every day that sound like when you're tuning a radio, that those cars have pass over their sensor fields, and those things just wear out as the sun beats down upon them. And it's not practical to think that they would just be lab state ready forever. Like, the second you start using something, it degrades. To have a car that is fully in charge of itself with no repercussions, operating on this fantasy that it's just, like, perfect, is such, like, like, the businessmen are running the world and they don't understand what they're even selling anymore. Waymo has recalled also 444 self-driving cars out of Arizona after two AVs bumped towards bumped the same towed vehicle minutes apart. I don't know what that means. I guess it was crashing into cars. Like, apparently they glommed onto this car because the composition of the material made it look like it either wasn't there or it was a road. And so they smashed into it over and over and over, I think. Handful of Chinese companies, including Didi, have recently stopped their AVs in California. While the friction between the U.S. and China could be to blame, George Washington University's engineering professor says that the insider it's not really that. It has to do with harsher regulatory... Yeah. So basically we would sue them for running people over, and they are they're so certain that that's going to happen that they're like, yeah, it's not worth the lawsuits that will come out. Like, come on, man. Is it just an image problem? Fuck no. People like Elon say that we'll be cruising around, over-promising under the backseat of cars that drive themselves in the future. Hawkins believes a lack of regulation allowed companies to rush into testing EVs. Yeah, AVs. Exactly. Ultimately undermine the public's confidence in tech. It needs a road. It needs an own specified road, and it's so not close to ready. Meanwhile, some say that separate. Yeah, we should separate. There it is. Meanwhile, some people say, remember to say that we separate the high AV vehicle is disconcerting. Humans behind the wheel can spell even more trouble. Yeah, but, like, significantly less, because it's the crash is you you're still human operating, trying to preserve yourself. Like, when a car bugs out, it'll just drive through crowds of people. It'll just mow things down. It's not just like oops, I bumped wrong, time to get out and, like, make a report. Oh, I'm a drunk driver, I crashed on a pole, I gotta stop. It'll keep on the gas. It'll try to get back on the road. They're loaded with batteries that catch fire and set off dangerous, permanently health-damaging, like, electrical fire smoke from radioactive crystals, the lithium in that shit with the foil melted over the battery insulation. Dude, it's just not... While Lee notes that both companies, driverless cars, struggle to avoid hitting they struggle just hitting inanimate objects. They need to be better also at navigating intersections. Dude, like, they can't even do the basics, like not hit things and go through an intersection. He argues that given the EV's potential to become much safer eventually, ending and testing, dude, we could easily save more. It'll cost more lives than it saves if we continue testing in city streets like this. Yeah, exactly. Like, and this is a guy who is publishing for them, right? Like, it'll cost more lives than it saves. Think about that. They're promising it to save so many lives. And how many people have to die? Apparently more than that. I mean, it's such a fucking fantasy. I'm sorry, it's just such a fantasy. It's not the way the world is. They want the world to be 400 or 500 years in the future and everyone to be as rich as them. So that it's just not, it's not the era you live in, guys. Be realistic. Yeah, most people do not think that will arrive. A car that could go anywhere, do what a human could do, at least until 2035. In the meantime, AV is only designated in areas as an aid for human drivers. It's still, it's not, I just don't think that's true. Until we complete like a full automated road, we're not going to get proper telemetry, okay? We're not going to get safe feedback without costing lives. I don't even want said road to be built, but it's just like the way you do it is not just throw them on the pre-existing road designed for humans after horse and carriage era. Alright, so let's see. Ooh, recipe for fucking pasta with cauliflower and cheesy breadcrumbs. Room temp bud. Dude, you gotta keep your butter in a butter dish, for sure. Spreading cold butter is a nightmare. What is this? Some inn? Big world out there. In this section, we'll teleport you to an interesting location and give you ideal travel ideas in the process. No hotel more relevant during President's Day than the Beekman Arms. Self-proclaimed oldest inn in the U.S. That's pretty cool. It's a shelter to real American presidents like George Washington, Bill Clinton, actors who've portrayed them in film. The Beak, as they call it, it opened in 1766. New York, Hudson Valley. Many presidents would stay amongst its famous guests of the year. Also include Franklin D. Roosevelt, who wrapped up his campaign and speeches in front of the inn's porch. Oh, that's what, dude. That's his speech area. Okay, I know the image of said speech to which they refer. George Washington really did sleep there during the Revolutionary War. He stayed at the Beak along with 3 or 4 other places. Oh wait, so did also Philip Schuyler, Benedict Arnold, and Alexander Hamilton. Bill Clinton and Benjamin Harris have been here, along with VPs. That's pretty cool. You can leave with some history. Stealing the towels for your room isn't a thing. The hotel's antique market is located 2 stories. Wait. In a 2-story barn behind the vintage. 30-year-olds will sell you historic knickknacks, paintings, books, furniture. People who are seeking something more than just shampoo bottles. Dude, the worst gift for Valentine's Day poll. Hell yeah. Keep the butter out, it's fine. I know, right? I feel you, Allie. I keep a little butter tray around. It's the only way to go. My protein waffles need the spread. Let's see. Crowd work. So, your favorite answers of the worst Valentine's gifts you've ever received are: in senior year in college, my then boyfriend gave me candy and flowers. When it was delivered, he didn't have enough money to cover the cost, so I paid for it. I don't know. I feel like that's such like a high school thing. Oh no, it's college though. I want to be on this guy's side for trying, but also, bro, maybe just don't. Maybe just like get her a card. Just get her a card and like a Hershey's bar and be like, I'm so strapped for cash. It's college. Senior year of college. Please help. I understand. I'm sorry. Like, dude. I'd only been dating a guy for a few weeks, and he gave me an engagement ring on Valentine's Day, saying he wasn't proposing, but he wanted me to prepare. Well, a promise ring is cute. A promise ring is totally cute. I get that, because it just is like, we're together. You know, like I get an engagement ring after a few weeks. I then broke up with him shortly after the incident. The incident. Pig plushies, hell yeah. Dude, plushies, can't go wrong with plushies. I don't care who you are, dude. What walk of life you come from. We all come from the great gem that is the Mother Earth. We're all composed of its many crystals and minerals and vitamins and the solar energy that powers us. And we all, much like these, share things in common, such as fucking plushies are great, am I right? You know what I mean? Like, some things are they just define us and unite us. That's all I'm saying. I had somebody just give me, like, waifu. They were like, hey, what was your first waifu character? And I was like, oh, this is fucking Aisha Clan Outlaw Star. And then, you know, it shows up in the mail as, like, such a troll. You better believe it. Full body pillow cover of said characters. Okay, it's like, oh, Lord. My boyfriend gave me a certificate to see his dentist for teeth whitening and a dental exam. That's awesome. What? Fuck you, girl. You don't know. I hope he broke up with you. You don't appreciate. Bro, for my parents' 50th anniversary, okay, my dad didn't get my mom anything except for $50,000 in dental work to get her all new teeth. She had grinded away. Now she has awesome fucking chompers, dude. Her teeth look unreal. They're so even and white. Whatever. Yo, if anyone out there loves me, give me teeth. It's fine. I'll take the teeth, man. Okay, I don't even hurt Akali in this matchup, so I'm just gonna avoid fighting her because I literally don't do damage to her. She just stays immune to my damage. She regens more health back than I do to her, which is kind of fucking sick. But whatever, we'll go burst build, we'll go cooldown build, we'll go HP stacking build. Very similar as we are doing. We'll go phase rush and we'll just play for pure late game here. To see if it's even possible. Akali way OP and I didn't ban. My bad. My husband bought me an axe. It was a nice one, but I suggested that I would prefer not to get weapons for Valentine's Day. I'll never understand women. Whatever. Get me an... Fine, whatever. Get me an axe, though. Like, I guess I get it. It's not a romantic. But think about all the enemies whose Valentine's Day red blood you could spill. In the name of... You can do that because of your lover. It's, like, super romantic. Right? It's a Kali top, too. Ugh, I feel even worse. I could kill Trist, but I feel like I would wear myself out fighting into the teleport. So I have no choice but to let her shove and then hope that Kane really wants to come get her soul. Her cute little Yordle soul. Tristana, Kane's gonna eat your soul. He's magic psychic. Oh, she's like, ah, too. Tristana's timelessly adorable. You guys know Tristana's supposed to be like really old? The Yordles are usually like timeless, right? They're like Heimerdinger's like 300 or whatever, but that's like middle-aged. Lulu's like 6, but also she's been in a pocket dimension for 1,200 years or 6,000 years. So they're like out of sync with time is kind of their lore. They don't age the same way, and they adapt to their environment really fast. So like at their coming of age, they like become the magic around them more than they're like a thing. But Tristana's just like, yeah, I'm really old. What's up, youngster? She's like, if you ever read her lore, she's like, hello, little one. She's like little like canon grandma, which I think is such a funny twist. I think it's like Corky and Tristana, right? They're like the engineers. And then Heimerdinger. You gotta say, dude, the League lore. Bravo, Riot Games. Good job. The League lore has stayed pretty awesome, I would say, throughout. Come for the quality entertainment. Don't troll me. I know it's bad, alright? You don't have to be like that. How you doing, Robix? I'm both, like, relieved and saddened. I didn't ban Akali, and then Akali got through, and then she's top lane, and now I know the pain of being top lane, and, like, mid didn't ban Akali. Fuck! And then you just lose the whole game to her, because it's her. It's nice and sunny right now, you guys. Hell yeah. It's, like, spring sunny, too. It was all raining super hard, and everything's kind of, like, just starting to bloom. Get those damp flower petals everywhere. If I knew it was Tristana, though, I would have taken much different runes. Rumble? True, yeah, if anybody in the game is going to have, like, a candidacy into Kali, I guess it'd be Rumble because she can hit her in the smoke. It's fine. I get Overgrowth. I get Gathering Storm. Oh, how did that auto went on like the wrong minion, even though it was right there. The Calm. I mean, yeah, technically. Been away from League for a while. It's in a weird state. Still too much damage, frankly. But they're like working on it, but they're also buffing things that already have high win rates. Like Aurelion Sol had like a 51% win rate, and they buffed him, and now he's like the highest win rate in the entire game. And I don't understand why they did that. It's maybe they're really hung up on Year of the Dragon. But their thinking was like, he feels a bit weak. We want to reshift his power, and I'm like, what? And then they just buffed him pretty much all over. I was like, it's not really a shift of power, right? That's just more damage and lower cooldowns. I really like Soul, but they're gonna have to axe the passive Stardust buildup or not. The explosion it gives is too impactful late game. He either has to play for it or not. He can't like have his cake and eat it too and be like late game but also early game. Cut his early game power, but also he's just fine, and then he farms for free, and then he one-shots the team. Phase Rush Ghost, let's go. Gave TF ratios, I haven't played since. Yeah, unfortunately TF is still crazy strong. I actually like when TF's good, but he's not good in the way that... He's not really TF, he's just like in broken auto attack ratios. And they haven't figured out that the problem is probably Lich Bane's too strong. Like LeBlanc is broken because of Lich Bane right now, which is kind of gimmicky, you know? They were like, oh, Static should have... They nerfed Static, which is good. They're like, it's supposed to be a wave push item, not a fighting item. And it's like, yeah, totally. But then they don't realize that Lich Bane is the same problem, but like twofold. I even want Lich Bane to be an item, but it has movement speed on it right now, and I think you should have to trade off power and security for your extended combo, including an auto. And instead, they just sort of want it to be a part of like a burst kit, which doesn't feel synthetic, I will say. Man, what the fuck, bot lane? They just did not pay attention.
This is my
An ally has been slain.
Kane is so fucking out to lunch.
so much blood.
Like, yo, Kane, we really need you to do stuff. Like, you gotta start doing stuff soon.
The skies will rain red.
It can't. It turns off my Q, like, for real. Now she's gonna get all these plates, like... Dude, I can't even play with junglers like this. I just can't.
In darkness, there is a monster in all of us. Which vessel shall I empty next?
Ally has been slain.
It's just like, this is gonna be one of those, like, AFK jungle games. Fuck, dude. I get, like, one good game, and then I just get, like, trolls.
This is my No one commands me.
An ally has been slain.
So much blood waiting for purpose.
I got to troll a troller. You trolled a troll. How'd it go?
Creatures. I shall leave this place in ruin.
An enemy has been slain.
The skies will rain red.
Shut down.
I am Lord and Master.
Well, I get to sort of, like, take on a Kali in a 1v1. By that I mean after she's dumped everything into Brand, I get to play into her, right? Too bad the angle there didn't land.
Next.
horseshit. I dare say utter horseshit. Dude, she cast 7 spells in the space I get through 1. Wish they buffed the Void Infusion. Bonus health ability power. Dude, like 18. I just don't know if it's enough to justify not having any like real mainstream items. You know what I mean?
No one commands me. This is my realm. So much blood waiting for purpose.
Alright, Zillion's on point.
Rampage. An enemy has been slain.
Rain red. I am Lord and Master.
If you don't get any ganked, the game just kind of becomes unplayable.
This is my world.
It's too bad because this should be a winning lane. Like I rotated and fought that Brand up dragon. We could have come and killed them all, but Kane was like busy spamming emotes. Sheesh.
The skies will rain red.
Enemy killing spree.
So much blood waiting for purpose. In darkness, I am truly alive. I am Lord and Master.
Alright guys, I can't do anything if my jungle trolls. Like he's just AFK farming and spamming emotes. Like we had the game won when we collapsed on Brand at Dragon, and he's just, I don't know. He's embarrassed that he was wrong about collapsing.
There is a monster in all of us.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Overgrowth is worth it. The value is just so minuscule.
Kneel before Vlad. Which vessel shall I empty next?
too bad. We were all going pretty even, but just the jungle gap was just so immense. Like, there was nothing we can do. Even when you're going even or winning lane, it's like, the enemy jungler shows up once. The way the champs are, you just get shut completely out until they come and make like a miracle play just to put you back in it. So snowballing, man.
In darkness, I am alive.
You're not gonna give me move speed or anything?
I shall leave this place in ruin. There is a monster in this.
How long do I have to wait to FF? What the fuck? Is it bugged?
Which vessel shall I empty next? The skies will rain red. So much blood waiting for purpose.
An ally has been slain.
Yo, it is like straight broken. The surrender vote is straight broken. Dude, and I swear my Q bugs out. I Q'd him and then it like stopped my E even though my E had already started casting, and then it went off after the Q finished. Cute bug, what? Awesome. This guy's trying to add me. For real? Yeah, I don't know. It's trolls. Trolls. Can't do much about it. Stupid, like, we had, like, a really easy win. The setup was there, the lane priority was there. It was winning lane, and then, nope. Comes this asshole. And I gotta stick with the utility heal. This just goes further, and I'm gonna hard carry, I need the health back. I still think this lady's wrong, and the boyfriend giving her an axe for Valentine's Day is super romantic. Scam stories. See, this is the kind of stuff we should share every week. Woman lost 50 grand in an elaborate scam. Now she's never answering our phones again. And we are never answering our phones. Yeah, dude, the amount of stuff they can scan from, like, the background now is, like, terrifying. Alright, Skyrim bosses. Let's hear it.
Number 11, Sigdis Corduson. Last of the three brothers to die, Sigdis managed to slay the Archmage who killed his brothers after their savaging of the surrounding villages. He was entombed within Gaiaman's Hall, named after the Archmage who slew his brothers. As you enter the room where Sigdis lies, be sure to make note of the platforms and their paths, because once you approach his coffin, Sigdis will break out and immediately teleport.
Dude, that's always such
to
a
one of the
flex,
three
like I was saying
pedestals.
earlier. I love when the Draugr,
Two
like,
illusions
boom,
will
bust out of
also
their
appear
tomb.
on the remaining platforms, so be careful.
I don't know why,
to
it's
kill
so
his
perfect.
doppelgangers, as
They don't just, like,
Sigdis will
rise
simply
slowly,
teleport
like,
away
reanimated,
and
like,
create
ugh,
new illusions.
back
So
at
the
it.
easiest way to tell the difference between the real Sigdis and his illusions
Yeah, I
is to
remember,
look at
like,
the real
stumbling into
Sigdis
this one. This
doesn't
was one of those fights. I was like, what?
his
Is this a
illusions
special
do.
cave?
Getting too close to Sigdis will result in him trying to strike you before teleporting away and summoning new illusions. This makes it pretty difficult for melee warriors to land a hit, but range builds can quickly climb atop platforms to pick him off. Once
I
you
remember
hold
for that
down
fight, I had full, like, Daedra armor, and I would shout dash between the, like, 3 areas and try to, like, catch one. and just kind of played like an RNG game, whittling away at the probability that it was the real one or the illusion. And I was like, wood! And just dash and just two-handed sword strike at them.
Duplicating Draugr, be sure to loot his corpse for the third and final fragment of his father's amulet, granting the wearer 30 points to stamina, as well as his bow, the Golden Black Bow.
I remember, by the way, you linked me last Epoch once, and I said I don't like early access. It's releasing in 3 days. I was just talking with somebody about it. I'm gonna play it. It looks fun as hell. The system looks intricate. They're way committed. They even threw like videos, a bunch of people throwing shade on the Diablo 4 scene are using it as an example of like a good MOBA. I know him when I see him, dude. That looks like a good game. Like, I'm glad Baldur's Gate got the hype out a little bit for like isometric camera angle games. You know, that overhead view wasn't like popular. Now it's game of the year. I would love to see this be like a return to form for MMOs. An example of like build creativity really done in a way that like makes the game fun, you know? That would be so great. Alright, with the band, Senna for bot lane. Bust out the Swain train. Swain Zig's pretty good. Do you know how co-op works in it? I'd assumed it's instance levels, no, but the answer is no, I don't know. I would just assume that it's instance levels. Wouldn't you think? Or do you know? Is it something neat? That'd be great. No, I don't know. It was a genuine question. Oh, okay. Yeah, I assume it's like instance levels with like a major town hub, right? Or like a base, kind of like, well, very Path of Exile, but also very Lost Ark. Like most isometric games, it's kind of like we meet up, you know, on the high seas or in the dungeon, and then it's instanced, and then the collaborative effort of everyone is sort of like, you know, tested inside the dungeon. Oh, here come the clouds. It's a sunny day. I'm glad I got my sun earlier. I'm wearing shorts. I got long sleeves with the sleeves rolled up, you know. Finally getting a little light. Alright, swing train time. Went to sit outdoors with the sun on my face at a girl. Remember, backs of your elbows, backs of your knees. Let the sun penetrate there, and boom, life's a breeze. Oh my god, it rhymes. Hire me for your next wedding vows. We did it. Poetry. Electro swing time. New game, new playlist, you know?
We've been waiting for this decade for 100 years, but now the 2020s are finally here. And while my vision is clear, my mission is clearer. To bring back the jazz and swing era. Fellas and girls, put on your pearls and your tassels and feathers. Let's get together and throw a back.
God, there's a bunch of good games out. I'm gonna have to save up for a really big sale. Dispatch these worms. Sport's so busted, dude. Look at this fucking item. Jesus Christ. I'm just gonna go OP tank support. Tank DPS AoE support. I should just play Swain. I should just play support all the time.
Roll up to a mansion party, dressed to kill and looking deadly. Tip the brim of my fedora as the doorman grants me entry. Step inside and the excitement sends me into quite a frenzy as I think of the delights that wait to tantalize and tempt me. You can find me by the bar, drinking till it's dry and empty, dancing till my feet are sore and partying like it's the 20s.
Minions has spawned. I'll be right under the nose.
I thought he was on her. He was queuing up his Q. That's fine though. I think he wins there. Yeah. Yo, this roll is so broken. I just do whatever the fuck I'm feeling like. I don't even need the basics. I don't even need the fuck basics. ARAM. ARAM in ranked. AKA support 2024. Yeah, give me this 28 gold. Christ. Cut her out in the minions a little bit.
An enemy has been slain.
Kind of surprised Twitch like ran all in there, but all right. Wow, this Twitch fucking sucks. Jesus Christ.
Diplomacy is a subtle art.
Alright, got rid of our control word the second it's cast. There you go. Yo, this guy sucks cock at Twitch. He's one of the worst players I've seen all season. Like, what the fuck? He doesn't know when to throw his poison. He doesn't even CS. 47 CS in 9 minutes. Are you kidding me? Every time I like throw some poke out, he runs into the Leona and gets rooted. Like, just stand back, dude. Calm down. Should just last hit and stop shoving. Alright, I guess just shove completely, sure.
Strength is the only teacher.
Like, I don't have to ward if he stops shoving, but he's never gonna stop shoving. don't know, man. It's just. I guess I just got full auto-filled team or something. Like. He's just gonna keep shoving.
I will not tolerate interference.
Okay, he's just gonna run. Dude, if he keeps shoving, I'll just roam, I guess.
Magic spills
Shut down. Ally has been slain.
weak of body. Weak.
Huh? What? Why? Mordekaiser teleported to Daisy so we didn't get the knock up? Are you kidding me? Yo, you guys gotta use your abilities before the fights are over.
Halls of death in the immortal bastion.
Turret has been destroyed.
Perfection.
pop off a little, huh? Hell yeah, that's how you do that. Boom, that's clip worthy right there. It's got to be massive amounts of armor, right? As much as I want heal cut, I have to at least get a little mana armor first, and then I'll probably rush it. He didn't even summon his ult. I thought for sure we had. I keep expecting him to do stuff. He like. Why not just use Daisy? Right? It's right there. Just use it. Use your spell. Ah! Awesome. Push it back.
Death is its own prophecy.
Use Twitch. All you have to do is not run right into it.
The ends of
Alright, Frozen Heart. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. Nice. I don't know, if we get a bunch of armor, dude, we win. Ward's on track. It's getting chonky. Stack that mail. Plate mail. Or Iron's dead instantly again. Ward kind of started that fight without anyone there. Alrighty then. I gotta wonder, was the jungle and the support filled? What's going on? Did he not have lethal tempo or something? There's something weird going on with this DPS. Mid was on point. What do you know? I like lapped him in damage. Boy, it's gotta be like first time Twitch, right? Yeah, Trundle Timo Graves, for real? Dude, he has like no games. He has less than this Victor, less than Mastery 3 Twitch. There it is. Well then, I don't know what to say to that. I'm gonna jump on my tryhard account. This is something. Yeah, it was something. I'll be back in a little bit. It's Sunday. I'm gonna make sure I get another walk in. It's sunny out. I need my vitamin D badly. I've been not getting much. Yeah.